love bourbon. You love balls. Now put your balls where your bourbon is. Whiskey with Friends presents Bourbon Balls with your hosts, Vinny, Colby, Anthony, and Aaron.
Of course you know.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bourbon Balls. I'm Vinny, here with Anthony, Colby, and Aaron, and special guest, UFC superstar, Cape Coral native, Niko. What, you didn't like the superstar?
Superstar.
Oh, that's what I said, you know. Niko, the hybrid Price. This panel. No. Niko, if you don't know him, he is a brawler. And so today we're doing a special episode. Instead of Bourbon Balls, we're doing Bourbon Brawls. And to get this kicked off right, I'm going to show a quick little.
Without kicks. And then I was like,
All right. What a great highlight video, man. We're going to talk about a few of those fights. There's some pretty sick things in there. But why don't we start off? Why don't we fire up this bourbon, and then we'll get into it.
Today, just a new product out there that we're all excited about, Basil Hayden Toast. We'll save the talk for the review that we're going to post eventually, hopefully soon.
Stay or so.
So I'll divvy up some stuff here, and then we'll get talking some MMA.
Yeah, so Niko, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I say I was going to call you a friend of the show because I didn't want to embarrass you by calling a friend of Anthony's.
You got a lot. You got a lot.
So it just got announced this week. You have a fight coming up. You want to tell us? You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I'll be fighting Alex Oliveira, not Charles.
Yeah.
Alex the Cowboy
Fucking
Oliveira. And yeah, we're gonna bang it out, that's for sure.
October 2nd, fight night in Vegas.
At the Apex.
That should be a good time. So let's talk about your last couple of fights. We'll get this thing built up, right?
Yeah.
So your last fight, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
I'm sorry.
Michelle,
You're right. Michelle. You're right.
Yeah, I lost to a guy named Michelle.
Yeah.
Hurts my feelings a little. But it's all good. You know, it happens. It's part of the game. One of us win, one of us lose.
I mean,
Ooh,
30 more
good.
seconds, and I think you end that fight with a knockout.
Yeah, a little bit more time. So yeah, you said you didn't warm up enough. Maybe you weren't quite ready.
Back in 10 months, just falling back into the groove. That's all. I'm back.
Oh, I know.
Go.
I saw it. You were back in the second round. Yeah, another minute. You would have won that fight. You had a little bit of a shit streak because before that was the Cowboy Cerrone fight.
Yeah.
Great fight. You won by pretty much every measurable way.
Yeah.
Even with the point reduction, you still won. Even Cowboy said it too in the interview. You won it by all regards, but
But it was a draw.
yeah, but it was a draw.
I poked him in the eye, man.
Yeah.
No, come on. That's-
Why,
It
folks? No
happens.
big deal.
Part of the game.
And then before that,
Legit, our fingers open up, man.
yeah, before that was the Luke fight, right?
Luke.
Oh yeah, Luke.
The Luke fight.
That
And the
was-
Luke fight, we're gonna show another video real quick here. The Luke fight,
Yeah.
another one. You were winning.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You should have won.
From the middle of round 2. So
Jesus.
How could people not know that? What about this screams? Yeah, that's like the number one thing, right? Don't blow your nose. Yeah, don't blow your nose.
But when there's blood dripping down your throat, you're like, oh
Oh.
no, oh no, I did it, and then you just start.
Because that wasn't too far after Cowboy did that, and both eyes shut.
Yeah.
When he was fighting Ferguson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remembered. I was like, oh man, I just messed up.
That was what, like a minute left in that fight?
I think 30 seconds.
Yeah. That gets me so mad how they stopped the fights like
Yeah.
like 30 more seconds.
Come on, mate. You ain't gonna get that much buzz.
I mean, nah.
Well, you ended up, you got taken in an ambulance, right? Fix your eye up.
Well, yeah, but I could have drove myself.
Depth perception. Fucked up like that. So the Luke fight, should have won it. Got stopped for your eye.
I put
Then-
shows on the.
Yeah, you
Oh
do,
my
man.
God.
The Cerrone fight,
Yeah,
you
you
did
gotta
win
look away
it.
from
They
the
robbed
TV.
you. Then this fucking last fight, 30 more seconds, a minute, you absolutely would have had it. So talk to me about going into this Alex fight.
I'm just hungry, man.
Just fucking like,
Yeah, I need to set myself straight. and
like
just
they
get
owe you
back
a
on
couple
the win
wins, you're
streak.
gonna fucking take it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just going in there to take brains and taste it.
I like it.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you till your brain shuts off, and then when you wake up, I'm gonna help you up and be like, great fight.
That's like we were just talking about it
Super
before the
nice.
show. One of my favorite things about you is how different your fighting style is from your personality.
Yeah.
So like lighthearted, lovable, like just chill, dude. And then you get in that
Yeah.
ring like a spider monkey and just go fucking
Yeah.
crazy on people. I fucking love it.
And
I don't think I've ever seen you take a step back. I don't know that you physically know how to take a step back.
I'm not that good at
He's
that.
a lot.
There's
I have not.
no eyes on the back of my head, so I don't see behind you. I see what's in front, and I'm just gonna corral it into that cage and get you.
Do you see what's in front?
50% right there. That was 50-50. So what would that be?
There were a lot of-
Eyes and scale?
There were a lot of like memes made with that picture, like a lot of.
I know Pepsi put my eye as the Pepsi logo.
Oh, really?
Hey, I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's some big name people.
I ain't
that
getting
would
an
use
endorsement for
it. I
Pepsi.
know.
What's up, man? Yeah. That goes good with bourbon.
Yeah.
Doesn't
There you
everything
go.
to burn. So, and we're gonna let our chatters here ask some questions in a little bit, but I wanted to throw a few at you just to let people know. Wanted to start with your nickname. Where did hybrid come from?
It's because it's not like the whole Prius thing. I go forever.
It's
It's not like that,
You
know?
got that in the bedroom.
No, I
Not
got
a lot
that.
of power, but stamina for days.
Going hard. So I got the hybrid because I can fight everywhere. You know, like the best of both worlds. You know, I can stand with you, and I can definitely hit the ground with you. You know, I've only been submitted because I got dropped, and that was one person who was Vicente.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that I want to get on a streak. I want to get a third fight with him. That would be so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
I think it'd be exciting.
that's your go-to fight, like your.
Oh yeah, if I can fight
That's-
someone, I want to fight him.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
don't
would have
care. I'll fight him
assumed
on
it was
1 day notice.
The
I don't
only
care.
person we've ever seen a little bit of aggression out of you from was Mike Perry. I thought that would be like your
Nah, we just need him.
like
to
I gotta
sign.
teach this boy a lesson. That's my
Hey,
fight.
It's not about that. It's just I'll sign the paper so we can see who the bigger man is. That's all it is.
Mhm.
I don't care who it is.
So let me ask you this: you fight Mike Perry.
Yeah.
You gonna put your wife in the corner just to?
No. I always give her that anxiety, man. She'd like, I don't know if she'd yell. She'd like this.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit more scared of Erica, his wife, than I am of him.
I'm afraid of her.
Put her in the ring.
Silent killer. You know, it's like you wake up some nights and she's just staring at you. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't do that.
She stopped that. She stopped that. We had to talk about it. She's
right
good.
out. She stopped doing that. No, I'm just kidding.
Your phone's about to start ringing.
Oh yeah, it's already vibrating. I got some text. Shut up about me. No, I'm just kidding. No, she's the best thing that happened to me, and she's the reason I'm here. So
I like her way
the only
better
reason I
than
can
you.
get here because she takes care of the kids, and I don't have to worry about where my kids are or nothing. So.
All 13 of them.
No,
5 kids. 5 kids.
Cinco niños, man. Solo cinco.
Five kids. Are any of them fighters yet?
All of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of them are.
They can all throw them.
I don't mean are they tough. They're obviously tough. They've got your blood.
No, they all know how to fight.
Oh, nice.
Like they
nice.
all fight.
What's the age range?
9, 8, 6, 3, 1.
You are like a
Yeah.
hybrid.
Yes. And the funny thing was, my 6-year-old and my 8-year-old daughter, they were going at it the other day, and this was like the most.
And you just
recent-
reffed it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a gym on my property, so like I was in there working out and training one of my buddies, and then somehow the door got kicked in, and all the kids ended up in there, and then it becomes a brawl for all, you know. Like, and my son and my youngest daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, they tend to have like a little feud.
Which one, Asher?
Asher and Ella, and they, whenever they get in there, they look at each other, and it's just like game time, you know. And Ella
Keep their
didn't
mouthpieces in their
training.
pockets, just like
Yeah, let's go. She didn't like training, but like when it comes to competition, she's like, I'm down to get in there and do it. And she's strong and very knowledgeable in wrestling, so she dominates him on top. But he knows more submissions, so like he
crazy.
got out
6 years old.
and
no,
caught her in
no.
a rear naked choke. Yeah. And
That's
squeezed
crazy.
until she was purple, and she was tapping. He wasn't letting her out. And she goes to cry, and I'm like, yo, no crying in here. This is the gym. This is where combat happens. And then a second later, just fight face, smashes him, double legs him, throws the legs past.
Is this like bare faced, or are they like wearing headgear gloves?
Oh, they're just like grappling. They didn't punch each other.
Oh, all right.
I would stop.
This was-
That's where you draw the line.
They went bare knuckle. I was calling it out, hey!
This is Wednesday. The bare fist is Thursday.
Yeah. No, this is Sunday at church.
Okay.
It's
Family time. Come on, man.
She had Nelson's his head right into the corner of the wall.
Oh.
And then he just breaks down, and I was like, no. I was like, yo, we don't cry in here. This is where combat happens. She threw my head into the wall. I said, you choked her. You choked her purple. So she came back, double-legged you, and half Nelson you into the wall. So I'm sorry.
Is this how you grew up?
Yeah.
I'm sharing
Oh,
this
yeah.
question
God, are you-
from Jesse.
Oh
Is
my
this-
God.
So
Yeah.
you have how many siblings? Just the one older brother?
Me
No,
and two
two.
older brothers.
Two older
I'm
brothers.
the youngest. And then we have 8 cousins. Like all of us together, 5 other cousins. And
And size wise, where do you fit in that scale?
now,
No, he's-
Yeah,
One
because
of the
you're
bigger-
6
You're
foot.
big,
You're
yeah.
like
Big.
you're
yeah, I'm one of the bigger ones now.
That's good, that's
you're walking around at 190 or so.
Yeah. But growing up, I wasn't the big one.
No.
I was that little chihuahua that wouldn't stop biting your ankle. And then when I would stop, I'd be like, all right, man, I'm done. And then you turn around, I'm hitting you with something. I'm like, all right,
The
you
fake
got,
tap
You
out?
got me? Oh, yeah. 100%. And then I hit you with a chair. One time I accidentally stabbed my cousin with a screwdriver
Accidentally.
right in the side of the
Sounds
head.
like an accident.
That was a good one.
This might be accident.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah, he beat me up.
Well, you deserved it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say I didn't deserve it.
I mean,
Dude, I'm the
deserve it.
little brother too, man. I get it. I think the
Yeah.
only time I've ever beat my brother is when I threw a bat at his face.
Oh,
So
dude.
there's no other way. My brother, there's a big size difference there. He's about
yeah.
a foot taller than me. He probably got me by 100 pounds. But
Yeah.
we got a few comments here. This one I'm gonna read to you first. But Joseph says, no question, but it's been great to watch you. It's been great to watch you develop over your career. Happy for all your success. Keep it up, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Kind mate. Sorry, I make accents.
Yeah, no, do it. And did you shoot someone in the foot with a pellet gun?
Oh, Beaver. Yo, the scope was offset. My bad.
Oh, you weren't aiming at him?
Huh?
You weren't aiming at him?
Oh, yeah, I was.
The hell yeah.
Sounds like the scope was fucking dead on.
No, I was trying to shoot
Point out.
next to his foot. And it went right in his foot, and that was 8 hours in the ER.
8 hours in the air for a pellet?
They had to cut it out.
Grow up, Beaver.
Yeah.
It's a fucking pellet.
I'm sorry, man. Man, I shot a friend with a blow dart gun, too.
Yeah.
We were holding
Avoid your house.
We were holding
Once
the
that
teddy
kid
bear
got
like
ass, I'm gonna
this.
get mauled by his kids.
Yeah. And it just went right into his arm.
Shoots his friends.
Sean Reed, I'm sorry.
So you guys went.
Stabs up, chokes him out. Like, he just.
So you guys went to school there, right?
Yeah.
So Colby
Yeah, we
walks
played football
in.
together.
Yeah, Colby walks in, and Niko's like, "I haven't seen you in forever," and I get wow.
Yeah. Terrifying. It's terrifying.
I'm not saying I wasn't aggressive in high school, man.
High
Yeah,
school.
I was
No,
aggressive
he was
on
cool as
Thundercat.
shit in high school. I'll say this: playing high school football with you, by far the hardest it ever took was from you and some fucking pursuit drills, man. It was-
Sorry.
So you sign up for it, you're playing football.
Yeah.
Well, you looked a little
And
different in
when-
hig school.
And he was big.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were a big fella in high
55
school.
If it was a big
Yeah.
guy, I loved hitting big dudes, man. And I would
felt
put everything into it. Like, literally, I would leave the ground to hit the big dudes. Then it worked my tank.
Oh god, yeah.
Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh man, he
He was
knocked me out once.
He
I
was
woke up and everyone was just looking at me. I was like, "Who got me?"
Yeah, he was the one dude in football that you wanted to try and prove something against, but you never did.
No.
He just laid you out.
He was it was a blackout moment. That's what I
Yeah.
called him. Al Bailey blacked me out. Danny set me up though.
Yeah.
Danny set me up with one of those long passes. And Al Bailey just jumped up. Boom!
Yeah.
Bye bye, Niko.
One thing
Yeah.
I find funny is being a UFC fighter, everyone's like they look at you and they're like, all right, well, let's test ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
speaking of Brian, for
I don't
example-
feel that way.
Yeah.
at
Well,
all.
I'm saying, like, speaking of
I have never
You know,
once
we're-
thought
no, I'm
about
just-
someone whose hands are lethal.
When
Like,
you-
not that it's
listen,
never once crossed my mind.
You walk out to the bar, someone sees someone with an ear, cauliflower ear, they're like, oh, they have enough drinks. Like, maybe we can test ourselves against this guy.
No, I'm like,
Not
I'm
maybe, but
avoiding
it
that
happened.
motherfucker over
Stay
there.
away from
But-
it.
We are normal people, but you're right.
Yeah.
There's always those tough
Yeah.
guys.
You know,
I try to wear a hoodie.
So-
half of it, I feel like half of it is just because they want to be the person that got into a fucking
Yeah.
bar fight.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
gonna eat one of those fucking fish sandwiches.
No, it's just,
I'm not gonna hit you with my
Filet-
face.
I'm
I'm gonna hit you with a chair.
Fillet of fist, I like
said
it.
that right before you-
He fucking robbed it.
That was
Kobe
cool.
wants to-
So-
I'm giving Aaron the
look,
credit. I heard
A
Aaron.
UFC fighter, someone who has their
That's good.
job punching people with their hands, they ain't gonna hit you with their hands.
No.
At least we're gonna try. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to hit you with something else.
Vinny
That's a
slaps
front
me
kick or
fights.
something.
No,
throw
but-
you,
Slap
No,
fight,
hit you
huh?
with a
Open
chair.
hands.
No, there you go.
There's no point in breaking my hand and
That's true.
missing a fight.
there's
I'm gonna make
actually,
more
Yeah.
money in my fight. Than I
You've
would.
been pretty healthy in your
That's-
career, right? Have you missed any fights for injury? I mean, your eye had to be rebuilt.
Yeah, that was my eye healed.
did you see what his
Yeah,
like,
that was
2 weeks later?
Yeah, I didn't even have to.
That's
I didn't even have to go get surgery.
2 weeks
That's
later, it
wild.
didn't even look like he had
and
a.
everything healed itself.
awesome.
That's
good.
They didn't have to do anything. So what did they do when you went to the hospital?
It's Wolverine.
They
Ice?
stitched me up.
Oh, that's it.
They stitched me up and gave me Advil.
Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
like put your bones back in place.
Nah, bro.
I poked myself in the eye.
This feels natural. They came from his shade that, bro.
Super glue. I'm getting the gun underneath stitches.
Oh, I'm a big
Shave
fan of
with
the
the
super
alcohol.
glue for
Yeah.
cuts. I do.
Oh, yeah.
That's my
I remember
go-to.
one
I mean, I
time.
just do new skin because that's.
Oh, that sounds
It's
great.
not-
right?
That sounds
It's not
great.
it's not strong enough for your fingers though.
But if
New
you put it
skin's great
under
for
your
everywhere but your
eyebrow,
fingers.
The
Burns.
fuse.
Yeah, dude. You're
Ah!
gonna burn your retinas.
Yeah, it really hurts. It hurts.
No, I remember one time after one of the fights, he showed up at Brian's house, Brian Beaver,
Beaver.
and Brian's like, I want to kick you. He's like, I don't know if you can take my kick. And Brian's about 6'4", 6'5", 300 pounds. He's a monster.
He's a big
And
man.
this video is still floating around somewhere because every year like it pops up and we laugh about it. But Nico's like, all right, yeah,
Vinny's
kick me.
gonna love
You can kick me. So Brian just kicks him as hard as he can, and almost falls over. He's like, did that hurt you? And Niko's like, no. Brian called off for like 2 days because he couldn't walk after kicking.
Brian, if you want to defend yourself, text Anthony your email address and we'll get you on the stream and you can defend yourself.
He knows.
He says, lost
that
an eyebrow with super glue and Niko found it on the mat. Does that ring a bell?
It does. I just looked at it and laughed.
Well, Beaver King's down to shit.
So what did you do? Just shit down your thigh?
Diaper.
Yeah, put his leg on the tub. Look, keep it straight. Keep it straight.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. All right. So if you guys, thanks for joining us, guys. I see people popping in and out. Appreciate it. We're here with Niko the Hybrid Price, UFC superstar. He's hanging out. You guys have any questions, shoot them over in the chat. In the meantime, I want to ask you, we started the show with your highlight reel. I didn't get enough time to get your last couple fights in there, but we got most of your historical stuff. But what was your favorite fight ever? Win or loss, like not favorite, like most impactful, just like most enjoyable.
Most enjoyable. I loved fighting Vicente.
The second time. The
first time I didn't like it, but the second time, yeah, the second time I would say I was just like,
what'd you like about it?
That's when I started coming into like, oh man, I can strike with the best dudes in the division. All right, everyone's in trouble now. Like everyone better be worried because before it was just like Niko's gonna run you into the cage, grab you, and TKO you against the cage or catch a submission. Now I'm a legit hybrid. You better be worried because I'm not going to go for the takedown.
So
unless you're stumbling.
I looked this up and I forgot it. Are you a purple belt? Brown belt?
Brown belt, two stripes, yeah. I haven't worn gi.
And obviously you're a stand-up guy.
Years.
So yeah, I get it. I get the balance.
I started as a grappler though. I started with jiu-jitsu. And that was my first love that brought me into this.
So your first fight in the UFC, you won by submission.
Yeah, arm triangle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Modified arm triangle.
Yeah.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, that was.
You got to check it.
Yeah,
it might be.
My debut.
Might be an invite.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fight against that, we had a bunch of people at Twin Peaks down there by Gulf Coast, and the fucking place erupted after that one.
Yeah,
I love, like, obviously, so Aaron's from Chicago originally, but we grew up in Connecticut, and we moved down here 10, 11 years ago. So we knew you just as a UFC fighter. We didn't know you. And then, like, I became friends with these two idiots, and they both like, oh, fucking, we're watching the Niko fight. I had no idea you were from here.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking cool to be in, like, a hometown. It's so cool to, like, see the hometown rally around, like, someone.
Yeah.
It's super
Are
cool.
you definitely are a local celebrity now? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I never lived anywhere else.
Yeah.
I'll say this:
Cape
no
Coral
one,
native, bro.
Yeah.
no one rallied around Seth Petrozelli this way.
No.
Well, he moved.
No,
At a young age, he
Yeah.
moved to Orlando.
Mhm.
Like, now, like, I'm legit the only UFC guy in this town. Unless, like, someone comes down from another state trying to find a good beach.
I mean, I can only think of two professional athletes in Cape Coral ever anyway. The other one's Nate Allen.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Nate. That's my
Yeah.
boy, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only two professional athletes that have,
Ernest
like, ever
Grant
come
for
from
that
fucking
long
Cape
time.
Coral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ernest Grant. He's from Cape Coral.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. 3.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
No,
corrected.
Clay Guida has a couple houses here. He's here a lot.
Yeah, I see
In
him
between
fishing
fights.
out fucking
There's a
out.
ton.
Yeah,
There's a ton of
yeah.
guys from ton of football players from, like, Fort Myers, from the area.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we
North Fort Myers.
Yeah.
He's awesome,
Oh,
bro.
dude, that-
Yeah,
That's
we-
one dude
every
I
now
just
and
want to shake
then
his
he
hand and
comes
be like,
to
you're
train
fucking cool shit.
That was
just-
Cool,
cool,
dude.
I've never seen
that
anyone.
energy-
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
I've
he's
never
energy
seen
is
anyone
just-
after a
By far.
fight.
Far.
Like, he starts his fight jumping around like a nut job, and he ends his fight jumping around like a
Dude,
nut
cardio.
job.
Who?
Yeah.
Clay Guida. I've never seen anything like Clay
Dude,
Guida.
he's not stop. The Energizer buddy should
Like-
Energizer Clay.
Dude, that's how I feel about you.
I agree.
Like, you only have one direction. I feel like I've never seen you not walk forward, and I love that shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's your fight. It doesn't matter whose name comes first. It's like, this is a fucking Niko fight.
What? I think that gives you a big advantage because a lot of the judges look at
Yeah, you set the
Moving
tempo.
forward,
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
going
Yeah.
forward. Like
Yeah,
you're
the last
backing up.
fight, they didn't see it.
Niko's not trying to fucking win by decision.
Yeah.
No, I want to finish it.
Trying to get that fight of the night.
He said he's
Shit.
gonna knock out brains. He said he's gonna turn off brains and take off faces.
Yeah.
Game
Put
plan.
that on a fucking
So
So
t-shirt.
Niko,
I'm not
the,
sure that says that.
You got 10% of it.
I think the coolest stat I looked up while we were getting ready for the show was that 4 out of your last 5 wins were fight of the night bonuses. And that's such like a fucking that describes you perfectly.
Yeah.
Just an animal. You're gonna go in, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna be smiling, laughing, and beating the shit out of someone,
Yeah,
win or lose.
Fucking, you got 2 of the most
Yeah.
like historic. It's gonna be in highlight reels until
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the hammer fist,
the
2 of
hammer
the 5
fist
greatest
and the
finishes.
fucking
Yeah.
kick.
and then the up kick.
And that's just a blessing.
The
from
up
God,
kick. Let's
man.
talk about the
Yeah,
up kick for a
like-
second.
Look, honestly, I was going for Ashrami, and I was like, and I heard something just say like in my head, "Oh, look left," and I looked over, I was like, "Ha!" I was like, "Oh, something just guided me right to this."
Well, you
And then
knock
I'm
him
like-
out with the first punch. And you're
I
just
know,
Like, I'm just gonna keep going.
No, you can't stop.
Yeah,
What if he woke up?
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Well,
Fact.
you keep
Yeah,
hitting
I-
him, he would have woke up again.
Dude, my pro debut, I had to do the 3 different arm bars, and I got 8 stitches for not going for it hard in the first arm bar.
Mhm.
I had the first one, and I was doing the submission guy, the jiu-jitsu guy thing, just waiting for the tap, and then elbows came. Other elbow came down, boom. I was like, oh god, transferred to the other side, boom, and then the other elbow came, bam, 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 and the third one, I was like, I know, bam, 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 bam.
You broke his arm.
Yeah, dislocated it a little.
A little.
Sounds like it had-
I'm pretty
sounds
sure
like
that
it had to be done.
that's like a yes or no. There's
Just
no.
like that.
I don't think there's a spectrum. I think a little dislocated and a lot dislocated at the same fucking time.
Yeah, no, that up kick.
Yeah, let's talk about the up
that
kick real
changed the
quick.
game. I mean,
So the up kick. Hold on. Sorry, we're gonna talk about it. We're
Okay,
gonna
go
talk
ahead,
about
go
it. But describe the situation for anybody who hasn't seen it. The fight.
I mean, you went for a takedown. He fell on top of you.
Hey,
Who's he?
no,
I'm saying describe the whole
James
situation.
Vick fell on top of
Let me
you.
close my eyes. I want to see
And
it.
it's funny because
I'm visualizing.
It was in the highlight reel. We'll finish the show with the highlight reel
commentator
for anybody who
starts
missed the beginning.
screaming like James Vick is landing punches.
Oh,
Next thing you know, you see your leg just come up, and I was there in the stadium, and they had the mics right next to your head. It sounded like 2 pavers, like piece of concrete smacking together, and and then next thing you know, he's unconscious, and you're still punching him in the face, as his arms like flopping up and down because he's unconscious.
Hey,
Then you go to get up and almost break his arm from getting up because he's unconscious.
yeah, it was stuff.
It was stuck.
What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do when there's like
Listen.
If someone's
We-
on the way,
we-
you gotta get out.
Wedged in.
We
No,
heard
I-
this-
I repositioned and got off because I didn't want to break his arm.
Oh, it does.
there's a cadaver on you? You got to do something. Get this shit off,
He's
man.
incoherent.
I'm just trying to get up, man. Can I
I'm living
celebrate my
life over
fucking?
here.
So that up kick, an up kick for anyone who doesn't watch UFC, he's on his back in what should be like
A
a
dominant position for the other guy.
Yeah, exactly. And he just throws his leg up, knocks the dude out in a single kick. Only the second person in history to do that shit.
Yep.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's wild.
So there's 3 people that have had knockouts from their back, and he has 2 of them.
Yeah, that's
2 out of the
Fucking
3
wild,
is this
man.
guy.
wild. Good
Yeah.
for you, dude.
Now you see when I get on my back, people walk
It's
away.
gonna suck because you're gonna look in the history books and you're gonna see your ugly fucking face.
All I
Like-
thought of when you said that is he's like Allison get on top, and she's like, no motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah. Eric,
I'm not trying to get knocked the fuck out.
after that second knockout, Erica's like, I'm not getting on top
Oh,
anymore.
Erica.
I'm not doing that.
I don't know.
I don't even know. What
Yeah.
I didn't say Erica.
Yeah,
for
no
sure.
more on top for me. I'm not gonna get knocked out being up there. So,
Oh,
And-
what Corey said about us fighting, me and Tony fighting when Zeus was around.
What is it?
dude.
I'll show it on here. I'll
Zeus?
show it here.
I remember friggin' being on the boat
Yep.
and you and Tony, like you messing with Tony punching, and he turns around and punches you in the nose and just blood everywhere.
I remember that.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, you punched me in the nose. I'm
Why'd
like,
you do
that.
He
He's
did
like-
the same thing. I came up and I was messing with him, and I grabbed him in like a little rear naked choke. He started punching me in the side of the head. I was like,
And this is
I wasn't even going hard.
and this is after you were like fighting.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
he didn't give a shit. He was like, I'm just gonna punch. Like, I don't know, man. I'd be afraid to punch you in the face after. I mean, you're his dick, so it's normal.
I'm almost positive that it would hurt me more than it hurt you.
Yeah.
I've seen you get punched in the face at least 1,000 times, and
He was
smile the
he was
entire
laughing.
time. Yeah, I'm
When adrenaline's going, it's,
I'm positive if I punched you in the face right now, I'd be in more pain than you would be in. And that goes back to the original conversation of that's why I'm not trying to pick a fight with a professional fighter. I've got nothing to prove. I have a full-blown dad bod.
I know
mid-30s.
I know why I'm alive. I know the pecking order of the situation.
I'm just at the bar to drink cheap beer and fucking get
I know what's what.
All right.
We're gonna
Anybody
get
who just
comments on
joined, we got a million comments. Not a lot of questions. If you guys have any questions for Niko, shoot them in the chat. We'll show them on there. He'll answer them. I'm going to ask you a question now. You're 31 and 32 in a couple weeks, right?
yeah.
32 in a couple
29.
weeks. You've got
Young boy.
4 fights left in your contract.
Yes.
Clearly win the
Just
3
signed a brand
after.
new
What's actually, let me start with this. Does it feel different? Like, do you come out of a fight at 31 and you're like, fuck, that shit hurt? Or is it the same? Like,
Dude, I got home on Sunday and I was training on Tuesday.
you got home
God
from
bless
Sunday
you.
from the
Yeah,
fight
like
and you're
that.
fucking training on
Jesus.
Tuesday?
God bless.
I
Yeah.
mow the grass. I
Dude.
can't.
Taking the weed whacker out for half an hour. My arms are hurt.
Hey, believe it or not, I have 3 acres now, so cutting that grass.
You cut that shit with one of those like old fashioned like fucking.
I didn't even get one. It'll last way longer than my crafted weed eater that blew 2 of them up just on one cut.
Your brother owns a huge landscape company. Why don't you have him mow the yard? Why do you do it anymore?
Because he has a huge landscape company and they got huge jobs.
Listen, I
You know what I'm saying?
graduated to an Echo. Thing's fucking fantastic.
That's my brother told me to get an
It's
Echo.
fantastic.
Craftsman, no offense. You guys aren't made for
What
that.
is it?
Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
It's a brand.
Oh,
It's a weed whacker brand.
No, it's
No, it's gas. It's gas.
Yeah.
They're
Gas,
unbelievable.
bro.
It's Home Depot.
That's what I thought.
Got a
I
Home
was
Depot.
like,
Unbelievable.
You have to have
It's
different
never-
things.
Let's talk.
This fucking show took a sharp left turn.
I just bought an
Hey,
industrial
welcome to
lawnmower.
Landscaping Weekly.
Can I get a Cub Cadet and fucking move on with his
I got
life
a
or
Cub
what?
Cadet.
I got Troy built. That thing's rocks out.
So,
let's be real. He has
Fucking-
goats. He doesn't need to cut any grass. They eat all that shit.
He's got 3
4
acres. He's got goats.
and 11 chickens.
I heard a story about horses. Your parents have horses.
Yeah, right.
So you just grew up around animals.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
So the property that I own now is the property.
Cape Coral is not known for their farms.
No, not at all.
Not at all, man.
My house is 121 years old. It's one of the
Shit.
first houses in the Cape.
That sounds like the first house.
So,
Yeah.
So your house is close to spookies.
oh,
Like,
dude,
Well,
Reese and Aches talks to himself at night.
Yeah.
I mean, every
It's
window,
like Monster House.
every single window,
That's
almost every
spookies,
window in the
man.
house is broken because of the kid.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Micah.
dude. Oh my god, my son.
You need to upgrade the impact windows.
Him and his
Yeah.
little
Crack them
door
all break,
hammer.
those cracks.
Talk to
His little
Anthony.
door
Sounds
hammer.
like you need a Windows
Anthony
sponsor.
gave some, you know,
Don't
Yeah.
leave it.
He'll give you a glass door you can't put anyone through.
Yeah,
Anthony knows his glass.
yeah.
No, yeah, his son walks around with a friggin' little Thor hammer and breaks all the windows in the house.
Dad came home from training one day,
Awesome.
and I'm just looking. I'm like, that looks like a hammer in the
Breezy in
window.
here.
And he had, Micah, no.
Like a
Ashton
like
Yeah.
a regular fucking hammer.
Like
You
a
said
little
Thor hammer.
Thor
I'm
hammer.
picturing like a
Yeah.
foam.
The Mjolnir.
The
Yeah.
half
Little
plastic,
Mjolnir?
half foam
Yeah.
one.
That broke a window.
Dude, he put it through my window.
Good for Mattel or whoever made that fucking thing.
He put it
Was your
right
window
in-
120 years old? Because it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
it.
That's why he can't get it fixed because there's no windows that fit there.
Now
It was not a
plastic
hurricane.
window. So,
We got a question from DJ Showtime 12, big
Hey,
friend of the
Showtime.
show. Here's a good question: what round do you plan on knocking out Oliveira? Is that your
dude,
plan?
whatever
You plan to
round it
knock him out?
happens, I don't care. I'm going for the W in any way.
I love it.
If the neck's there, I'll take the neck. If the chin's there, I'll take the chin.
So is this like a true like fucking Bruce Lee? I'm gonna go in and wherever the fight takes me, or do you go in with a game plan and
Bruce Lee
but
never said that, mind you.
be water?
Be water.
Yeah.
He didn't say whatever.
Flow like water.
Yeah, be like
Anyway.
water. Be like what?
So do you go in extremely kind of like loose and like I know how I'm gonna start, but then I'm gonna let the fight take me, or do you go in with a specific game plan?
Fight. I fight like a dog, dude. I'm going in there. I'm looking to finish you. I really don't care how it happens.
So you don't care, like
I don't care. If
you don't care what
their
their history is, what their base is.
Vinny, he will knock you out and submit you. That's why he's called the hybrid.
I got that. What I'm curious,
I just want to make sure.
I guess I'm curious if like if you go against a guy who's
a grappler.
Yeah, a black belt and a fucking all American wrestler and all this and blah blah blah. I know. Are you like, okay, I'm gonna try and keep this guy on his feet. This is gonna be a stand-up fight. I want to try and knock him out. Versus you go up against a kickboxer. You're like, I'm gonna take this motherfucker down, or are you just like, I'm gonna do me and you can fucking adjust.
You better worry about what I'm doing.
I like it.
I like fighting.
Respect it.
And I'll fight you standing. I'll kick you. I'll punch you. I'll knee you. I'll elbow you. I really don't
That's
care.
why it's called the hybrid.
This the chat turned dark. You want to tell us about your horse incident?
Oh, so yeah, I got kicked in the head by a horse when I was 3 years old, and that's actually the.
How does that happen? You like walk behind it and it just
ran
happened.
behind it during a thunderstorm.
Oh.
My mom would have us stay in the barn, and I was like.
To calm the horses down, or so you didn't die?
No, she was just taking care of the horses.
Gotcha.
It's actually the property I own now. So like that's where I got kicked in the head by a horse. I was lucky enough to buy the property. That's why I plan on dying there twice.
Luck's an interesting word, but go ahead.
Yeah.
The funny thing is,
It's all about perspective.
the funny thing is, after it happened, his mom went and checked on the horse first, and then went to sleep.
No, she didn't. She didn't even feel the horse move. She said the horse barely moved, and then my brother just started screaming. And then the ambulance got there. They got me in the ambulance, and I don't know. I saw some bright lights, and then I was like,
because they said,
"Yeah, I came back."
There is no listen. I love you, and I'm not trying to challenge your point here. There is no fucking way you remember getting kicked in the head at 3 years old.
You can say that.
There is no way 3-year-olds literally don't have long-term memory.
This man is recalling every fight he's been in the 50s,
As an adult.
Listen, man,
you are a teacher of children, and it is a scientific fact.
Not a scientific
No,
fact.
it is a scientific fact that
You know how many
3-year-olds
times
do
I've
not have
defied
long-term
the
memories.
Scientific facts of things.
How many?
A lot.
I wanted a number
This is
so
one of
bad.
them.
I wanted it to be like
133.
71.
I remember it. I remember being in it. I remember the whole.
Are you sure? And I'm not going to challenge you anymore on this, but typically people hear stories and then they use the stories to create memories. You're telling me you fucking remember.
Shaking on the seat.
Don't have the bullshit.
I will fucking grab that shit right now.
Your mom isn't going to tell you the story of her trying to wake you up and make sure you're not like you're looking at her when you're seizing out.
Not necessarily told you the story, but like you heard it.
No.
All right.
I don't think she would tell him that either.
I'll do it.
No, but I remember being.
Brian wants you to punch me. I'm going to say no thank you. I would let you punch my hand, and that's probably about it. That's probably about it. This is a democracy.
How about a choke?
No, fuck that. You're not choking me out. No way.
I say yes to choking Vinny.
Here's what I would be willing.
Anything to Vinny at this point.
Here's what I would be willing to do.
Challenge Niko.
Winner gets to punch the other one.
Challenge him in what?
DJ
What are we
Showtime,
challenging in? Yeah, what's the challenge?
Vinny can't choke.
Scientific facts.
Scientific facts.
Here's what I would be willing to do for the record. If all of us did something and the loser had to take a punch in the hand or arm from Niko, I'd be willing to do it.
I should be grandfathered out because I've been punched.
I'm lefty, so
Hey,
Listen,
Anthony, at least drink a little bit more.
I've been.
Hey,
All I'm saying is I've been
don't let
punched,
everybody be yours.
kicked, and choked out twice by Niko, so I should be out of this.
And you
Well, got
deserve
perfect hand,
every
you know.
fucking
I mean, I feel like
second.
at this point, let's just have it be Anthony.
Yeah, honestly,
Fuck
you have a
everybody else.
history.
Let
We
it
know.
be
Yeah,
Anthony.
we exactly.
Yeah, it's Anthony.
We know there's no consequences. So
Yeah.
You seem like you're
No.
doing fine.
Anthony, that's 80 proof. You could
Yeah.
have finished that
I was
bottle
gonna
off.
say
and
I
opened
was
it.
gonna.
Oh no, we're out. Antonio,
That's the first refill Anthony's had.
Antonio,
Yeah,
you asked a
brown
little
wine.
while
I'm
ago
almost
what we were
done.
drinking. It was at the top of it. We're gonna do a review on it. It's
Sorry,
Basil Hayden. Colby pointed out
It's not even-
rebranded. It used to be Basil Hayden's, but it's Basil Hayden toast. It's delicious.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
super light. It's
Since I can't say this
yeah.
on the review, I think they figured out it's pretty fucking stupid to have it be plural because no one called
it was
Basil Hayden.
no, it wasn't plural. It was
It was plural.
possessive.
Possessive. Fucking there's an S at the end of
He
it.
went to.
But there was an
Mar-
apostrophe.
I went to
S.
school in Lee County,
He
Florida.
went to the same high school. He went to the same high school as Niko. You think they can bring
He's
themselves?
not a northerner like us. Like,
Fucking guy.
You went to Cape. didn't you?
You Antonio, if you come over right now, you can have a drink with us on camera.
Hey, come on, Antonio, get over here. Get over here. Put that
Man.
the little.
How many
picture of the
comments?
wedding
There's got to be a bunch of
A
Stop
million
doing the potato.
comments, mostly about me getting choked out. But
you know, we got to give the people what they want.
yeah, I feel like usually this is aimed at Anthony. I don't know why the fuck.
I'm not the one questioning.
That's
getting
what
knocked
it
out by a
was. You know
horse.
what? That's what it was. You know what? Totally believe you. You absolutely remember it, and I'm sorry for doubting you.
Nico, I don't think he'll believe you until you choke him out.
Yeah.
Make
I
you
don't-
remember.
Right?
You can almost.
see my vision?
Yeah,
You see
I don't think I
He's
want
like,
to.
now I understand. Now I understand.
Make him tap out
Yeah.
there, you understand.
I don't think I want to be put to sleep, but I would definitely take a punch to the hand.
You
You'll have
would
a
probably
broken
break your hand.
No,
I
you
would-
cannot put. You cannot break somebody's hand. But
Okay.
Oh,
Here's
Oh
what-
my
you're
God.
that guy
Oh.
All right,
Dude, you are just-
simmer down, simmer down. If my hand was against the wall and you punched it, of course, you'd shatter it in a million pieces. If I'm holding it up and I'm not pushing forward, all you're going to do is push it
Brittany's
back.
like that at the bar. Hit his hand, Nico. Hit his fucking hand right now.
Do you
Let's see what
remember the
happens.
guy that big ogre-looking dude that
Oh,
challenged you? And he's
yeah.
like, if you punch me in the chest, you went, I wouldn't move.
There's a big fucking difference
But I'm just
between
saying.
a hand.
Yeah,
That
that's
was-
what matters.
Yeah.
He looked-
Yeah.
Of
He looked-
course.
He looked at Nico and said, he actually walked into
That's gotta be
Nico's
the
gym.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Listen, he walks in, this big, like, he was probably like 6'5", big dude, walks into Nico's gym and says, you could punch me in the chest and my feet wouldn't move.
I think
And he
Jesse
goes-
was there.
Jesse was there. And he goes, here's $100 bill. Nico's like, deal.
That's when I.
I'm not
And
gonna
he
say no
barely-
to
and-
$100.
and he barely,
Yeah.
and Nico didn't even hit him.
I've seen Aaron do some disgusting shit.
But I'm just saying, but he didn't even hit him as hard as he could, and he moved the guy's. He didn't hit him as hard as he could. He moved the guy's feet, and he's like, "Now give me the $100." And the guy looked at him. He goes, "You're not leaving this gym with that $100, so you might as well just give it to me." He's like, "Here's the $100."
I was like, you're not gonna try to hit me after, are you? He's
So
like,
the guy paid you $100 to make his sternum touch his spine.
Pretty much.
no, then he wanted me to do it again. He said I couldn't. He said I couldn't do it again.
2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Did you, or were you like one and done, or were you like, all
I
right,
did it again.
Motherfucker's gonna hit twice.
If you ask him to hit you, he's gonna hit you.
that makes me less interested in getting my hand hit, but I still am pretty game for you to punch my
I
hand.
don't think there's
No,
ever
no,
been
no,
a time when
I
someone's
will
like
hurt.
looked at Nico and was like,
Would it really
"Would you hit
hurt?
me?"
It's a fucking. Here's my
Learn
logic.
the hard way.
But
here's
And then
my
when he doesn't
logic.
agree the first time,
I'm
he
not
tries.
gonna push against you.
Doesn't
We're
have
not
to.
training.
I
I'm not
am.
gonna like.
But
I get it, but you're gonna hit
The
it, and,
difference
and
is
this is
that
gonna
You see when
absorb.
Bruce Lee punches and rips the bag?
Dude,
We
let
gotta
me-
do it. All right, we're doing it.
I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna happen.
this
Right
is
You're
gonna
doing it
be-
right
this
now?
is
Yeah,
gonna
we're
be-
doing it. We're doing it.
I'm
Before this
excited.
goes
I'm
down,
excited for this.
Vinny's gonna get a fucking torn rotator cuff.
I'm.
His hand's gonna.
I
fly
am
back.
conscious about
You
that.
don't
yeah.
understand.
Oh,
This
Yeah.
man is
I've had
gonna
2 shoulder
blast.
surgeries. Yeah.
Oh,
This
I'm not
dude.
punching.
Other arm. Other
You're
arm.
gonna-
Other
you're
arm.
gonna-
Other arm.
it's
Other
gonna
arm.
fucking-
It's the other arm. It's the other arm.
Listen,
It's
let's
just gonna
do
be
this.
done.
Let's do this at the end of the show, so we have something to look forward to.
Should I go
All right,
ask-
end of the
ask
show.
you
End of the
guys
show.
if this is
End of
okay?
the show.
We'll let Bubs hit you.
No, I'm not afraid of this pussy.
No one's
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
I mean,
and
come
no one's a
on.
fucking
I'll let him punch me in the
Listen,
fucking mouth. I don't know.
if-
Afraid of
if I-
this sloppy
If
bitch.
I punched him, I would tear my rotator cuff. So it's like,
All right, end of the show. You punch my hand. How about we do this
Dude,
so you feel better
All
about
right,
it?
let's wrap the show up.
How about we do?
Vinny's recovering from a zombie toe right
How about
now.
we do?
He's
How about we
zombie
do like a
alive.
25? I broke my toe
He can't
and the
use
nail
power
fell
tools.
off.
He
and
really can't use power.
Aaron cherishes this because he's at a zombie to for
I
30 years.
I'm not known for the
What?
zombie phone now. This is fantastic.
How about we do this? Just so you feel better about it. Do like 25% and then like 50%, and then 75 and then 100. And if at any point I'm like, you're right,
25%.
I can't fucking
We
handle
need
this.
to start off at
Stop
75.
You said 100. They
Post at
75. Go
75.
down.
So you're saying 100 right away.
Posted at
Man,
75.
Jesse, I'm not
Z
doubting.
style,
I'm going to share this
you got
comment so I can
regular,
talk
you
about
got-
What did he
you know.
say?
I'm not doubting that he
Yeah,
hits
same
hard as
thing, too.
dick. I'm not saying punch me in the fucking arm because I know that I won't be able to move my arm for a
Vinny's
month.
arm is gonna be big.
I'm banking on the fact that the absorption of the hit will just
Dude.
be like me moving my arm. It'll still hurt. Like,
Fuck your
shit, yeah,
logic
that hurt.
right now.
No, it's going to be
Yeah.
more than. Oh,
Dude,
God, that hurt.
Science is going right out the fucking window.
At this point, I'm not even.
We're doing it, man.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
I'm just going to go out there and rock hard right now.
You own this house because of
I'm
analytics.
not-
That's about to go right out the fucking window. Like
Yeah,
you're about
I
to,
know.
like-
I should research it.
Yeah.
I should run the numbers on this.
I'm not gonna do Vinny math on this. I'm gonna get some real numbers on this.
I should
This
totally
is a
fucking.
Kid Coral now.
But I'm not going to. We're doing it. We're doing this. End of the show. We're doing this shit. If you're up for
Yeah.
Let me kick it.
it. No, fuck that. No kicks. No kicks. Hell no.
There's got to be some good comments coming in right now. I mean,
Everybody just wants me to get hit. That's all the fucking comments. All the comments are
Something
just,
about your face, man.
yeah. All the comments are just me getting fucking hit, which is, what are you gonna do?
This is the best outcome of the show.
Best case scenario. For
No.
everybody right now.
Best case scenario is him choking out Anthony for a third time.
I mean,
Yeah, can we get some? I mean, I would.
yeah, let's get both.
But you know, we.
I
always-
let him punch me.
we
You let
always
him
see
choke you out.
Anthony.
That's like
I've
totally
been choked
fair.
out, and I know. I
When
don't
was
like
the
it.
last time?
3 weeks
Under
ago.
a
Right, his
Your-
side piece.
Your brother's wedding,
How
Yeah.
long ago was that?
and that was my wife's fault. 'cause
How
she
long
told
ago
him to
was
do
that?
it.
I was listening to them.
Yeah,
long ago
my
was
wife told him to do it.
So if Taylor calls
doesn't
into the
remember- he
show
doesn't
right
know how
now
long
and
they've
says,
been
choke
married.
out my husband, you'll take a
She's
choke out.
probably sleeping right now, and if she's not sleeping,
Yeah.
don't fucking call into the show. So,
Taylor, if you call me right now, I will put you on speakerphone. You give Niko permission to choke out Anthony, please, for the
Oh,
love
please,
of God.
please, please, please.
Do it.
Oh, shit. Antonio's here. Come on in, dude.
Antonio.
Come on in.
did he really come over to drink
Yeah, he
some?
did.
I
he
mean,
did.
the dude was right down the street. It don't matter.
Oh Jesus!
Antonio, see, this is how much of a. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'm out of
Tyler
ice.
did it last night. Shut up.
That's
Yeah.
different.
What
Choked
strap
you
on was
out?
it?
How's that different?
Yeah, what strap on?
Who?
I don't want to be
Yeah.
choked out sexually or otherwise.
I'm gonna get some of that basil Hayden.
Gracias, sir.
This is we are a fan-friendly show. Antonio, come on in, Bubba.
Hey, what's going
This is
This guy has the nicest six pack out of all of us.
yeah. As part of accepting this drink, you have to take a punch from Niko.
No, Vinny's gonna fucking eat a.
Yeah, Vinny's gonna have a
Fistful
shattered
of
hand.
it.
so
I'll
I
be
don't
laid out
know,
for a week
if I take a punch
We're totally doing it.
The
All
last
right.
guy that actually took a punch from Niko for money would look like you. So
Oh,
Well, before he took the punch, after he took the punch, he looked more like like Shrek. All right, let's go back to questions. If you guys in the chat have any questions, shoot them over. We'll put them up on the screen. Niko will answer them. I'm going to ask you one for now. We talked about your favorite fight. What about your favorite fighter? Before you were talking about, I saw in your interview with Cowboy, you obviously have a lot of love for him. Is he your favorite fighter? Who's your favorite fighter of all time?
Silva was my favorite fighter.
Anderson?
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to talk all the
He's
time.
got bad gins, man. You can win that.
I want to fight Connor.
I love it, dude. I love it.
You've always wanted to fight
I would fight him.
I mean,
Oh, wait, no, he was,
Pick one fight right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Other than
Sorry.
Sente, right now, if you could pick one fight that would just like. who would it be?
Him.
oh,
He's just
No.
a legit.
it's not about liking him. It's just
He's
like
just a punk.
fine.
Everywhere he goes, he thinks he's like. He walked by Junior Dos Santos, and he was like, "You stand up when you're looking at me." He yelled at him. Yeah.
DeSanto said that to
No,
Connor.
no.
Oh, Connor said
Connor
that
yelled
to
at
Get an
him.
Irish
I know,
accent.
come on, Anthony.
Yeah.
I wasn't
read
read
your fucking accents.
I wasn't
man.
sure what I wasn't
Oh
ready.
my god.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
They don't like
I
each
thought-
other.
I thought you were talking about Junior.
No,
Yeah, they don't like each. They don't
Yeah,
like each
there, I
other.
No, RDA was the backup.
Yeah.
He was the villain, just in case anyone lost weight.
Yeah,
And then he walked by and was like, "You stand up when you're looking at me." And I was on the other side of the arena. And I was like, "Shut up!" You know, like right when
Oh,
everything
yeah.
went quiet, I goes, "Shut up!" And everybody just started cracking up. And he had all the bouncers around him and stuff.
Oh, of course. I mean, he's.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I thought you were talking about Junior for a second. I was like, he's
No.
fucking
If you're not
insane.
a if you're not a 60-year-old man in a bar, he's not just gonna fucking
Yeah.
throw down with you.
I fight 60-year-olds all the time. in bars.
He made me fast, but like,
You got to win to
but
win.
I don't care. I can take the punch.
Listen, I've never been in a real fight in my life, but if I had to pick a fight, it would be him just because.
We've been in a fight.
It's red panty night.
Oh, you'd call that a
I
fight?
manhandled you, but yeah, I mean, it was all right.
I believe it.
Are you being honest with yourself?
I'm being honest with everybody.
Is that
I didn't
scientific?
think.
No, there's nothing scientific about that.
I think Vinny peed on
Here
his
was our-
shoes.
no,
and
no,
then he
other way
got-
around.
Oh,
Other way
you
around.
peed in Vinny's
Yeah.
shoes.
I'm not a fucking.
He
I'm
made
not
my
a.
little
I'm not a
sister cry.
child. Okay. All right, motherfucker. We're gonna break this down
And
right
then he
quick.
called me a stick in front of my mother.
Whoa!
Oh,
I don't think
Whoa!
that's not true.
That's
Whoa.
absolutely true.
Is that really true?
And then he called me a Polak in front of a Floyd.
No, that is true.
true.
That one is true. The stick thing is not true.
He's a
The Polak thing is true. I did not realize the term Polak was offensive. I now know as an adult that Pole is the proper way to address Polish people, but I didn't know that.
I honestly
So, like,
didn't know that.
Yeah. So we were in high school and I wasn't
Polls,
being
like,
yeah.
oh my dick.
I wasn't being a dick. I was just like, Polak,
I
blah.
remember a Floyd like, whoa.
Yeah. It was our economics teacher, and he was like, "Well, you can't say that," and I was like,
He was so lighthearted
Yeah.
and chill. He got serious, like
He was like,
no,
what?
No.
and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You can't say Polak." I was like, "What am I supposed to call them?" He's like, "Poles." I was like, "I have never heard that in my entire life."
Like I said, I've never heard.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently when you address Polish people, it's
You call
Pole,
them wieners.
not Polak. Yeah.
Hey, you're a
Polak's
Pole.
a slur.
what did you just call them by their name?
Yeah.
But when you're talking about when you're talking
Then you
about
have to worry
But
about
when you're
nothing
trying to
else.
lose somebody,
but when you're talking about a group,
Hey,
you're like
it's a bunch of
oh,
Poles.
those Italians, they know how to cook. You know what I mean?
I never
when you
said
talk about the
I
Polish
say
people.
them what?
It's like those Poles, not the smartest. You know, like that's you can't say Pole. That's yeah. All right, Niko, we got a question for you. DJ Showtime says, "What was your favorite fight moment?"
Probably the upkick.
Yeah.
Upkick was pretty sick. More so than the hammer fist.
They're both awesome.
I like the hammer fist better. I think they were both unbelievable though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hammer fist was just great because
I
like
just like when
you were
people-
such an opportunist there.
I like hitting people and they fall on me. That's fun.
You like that? I love watching people get knocked out. Not like on the street, but like in a ring. You signed up for this fight. There's like nothing more gratifying than seeing somebody just
Yeah, I love seeing people get knocked out on the street.
The older, the better.
Because they're not expecting it on the street. The ring, yeah, it's gonna happen. The street, You don't know. I'm just trying to live my life.
I don't know. That up kick though was pretty crazy, and I remember right after it happened, we were in the arena. And I'm
You already told this
No,
story.
I did not.
Jesus, he's gonna argue.
Prior to the show, I told
Someone
you.
take his
All right,
drink away.
all right.
So,
Take his drink away.
I'm jumping up screaming, get the guy in the ambulance. He's dead. I'm screaming the guy's dead. His brother turns around to me and starts screaming. I thought he was gonna fight me right there. And he's like, his family's probably right by. Like, he got so mad at me. I don't think Brian remembers because he drank so much that night. He was like blacked out, like asking what happened. He didn't even know what the hell happened.
You don't have to answer this one because money's always a touchier subject. But do you want to talk about what your biggest payday was? It's got to be one of your fight of the night.
It was
fights.
Vic.
Yeah, it's got to be one of your fight of the night fights. Yeah.
Yeah, I made quite a bit.
Were you Scrooge McDuckin?
Just swimming in gold coins.
If I ever have a big payday, I want to swim in it. You know?
That's
Pay
how I
me a
bought my
sack of
property.
Jawias.
We all have our different dreams, man.
Yeah, you can look up and see how much I made on that fight. You can
No.
find out how much I
Yeah,
made
there's
on
no
that
secret.
fight.
There's no
That's
secret
your
on it.
business.
No,
Yeah,
shit,
that's
I
your
made like
business.
180.
Shit, good for you.
God bless you. Dude.
Yeah, God bless. Seriously.
That's because you get the bonus too.
Yeah, it's all about that bonus, right? That's
Gotta
what,
get the
honestly, I
bonus.
respect that about the UFC. Like, I think real like fight fans, kind of like college football fans versus NFL fans. I think like real fight fans appreciate that like Bellator will be. They're all like, whoever is the most qualified gets the opportunities, right? UFC is about entertainment. They understand the business is entertainment, and even if you are
You're
not
an entertaining fighter.
exactly,
Yeah.
even if
Go
you're
fighter.
even if you're the fucking second-ranked person in the world, you're not going to get a
Well, look
title
at-
fight if you're boring as fuck.
Look at Colby Covington.
I respect that.
Colby
though,
Covington was
Colby's cool.
undefeated, and
He's
he was
good.
boring at the time. He was a boring fighter, and they told him you're going to get cut because you're just a boring fighter. So then you put on the "Make America Great" hat. He started talking to everybody, and then look what
He does
happened.
those awesome bank commercials.
Yeah,
Those things are pretty funny. I don't even lie. I like his bank commercials.
I'm training with Colby.
Oh yeah, MMA Masters.
What is he?
He's not big.
Is he like
He's cool.
fun to train with?
Dude, he grinds hard. He doesn't talk much.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell the guys like
When it's time to get on a
That's
mic,
the way to be.
that's when you get it. He's gonna talk.
Yeah.
He's
That's the
gonna
way to be.
he's gonna do what he's got to do to
I mean,
get paid.
every
Yeah.
fight he's had, other than the Usman fight, he just beats people up.
He takes you
Like,
down.
he
You can't handle
beats
his
people
wrestling.
up. I mean,
He doesn't get tired.
he
His
doesn't get
pressure's-
tired.
His pressure's a different level.
What do you think happens with that fight, Usman and Colby? That next fight?
I
I kick
hope-
his ass.
I hope Colby wins.
yeah.
Yeah,
I hope he
Not-
wins.
Not really.
I hope he
Let's
wins
just say
too,
the
but he is
goose
so
is
out of
cooked.
fucking shape.
Usman, he rubbed me the wrong way because I was talking to Vicente after the first time we fought over in Miami. And then he just came up and stood right in front of me and then started talking to Vicente like I wasn't even standing there. So I was like,
That's not cool.
Yeah.
I got you on my list, bro.
Yeah.
and he looked at
I
me,
got
was
you on
like-
my list.
I was talking to him. And then he just went right back to talking like I wasn't there. I was like, oh, you're one of those type of suckers. You
Yeah.
know, like, so I want to work my way up to him, but I got to get on a good streak first.
You can do it.
I got to get on at least win the
You're
next four.
You're way more technical than you ever have.
They're going to see it.
You're way more technical than you've ever been.
I'm maturing as a fighter.
Definitely. Definitely.
Like a fine wine.
I mean, you gotta watch. You gotta. I mean, the first fights that you were in the UFC, you're winning these fights, but you're coming out looking like you went through a meat grinder.
Yeah.
You used to get punched a lot. Now you don't get punched as much.
No,
You're still pushing the entire time.
Oh,
You're just
100%.
more in
I
control
get out of
mentally.
the way of the punch.
Yeah, you move your head.
You dodged out.
Oh, headbutt fist.
A great addition to your strategy.
Yeah. Now you do this.
That's why I told my coach. I said, look, man, my face hurts. I said, we got to start doing head.
We got to remedy
We got to
this
get
face hurting
Yeah,
situation.
we gotta
Speaking
get
of-
my footwork,
Somebody-
my head
Speaking of
hurts.
your face
Your
hurting,
head coach is a boxing.
Yeah, Coach
Yeah.
Mike.
So
speaking of your face hurting, Beaver wants to know what was your worst injury?
Worst injury in a fight. When I fought Brandon Thatch, I fractured both feet, and then I fought Morano.
Fuck.
Was he
30
like
days
was he
later.
stomping or how'd you break your
I
feet?
kicked him in his knees.
I was gonna say the Thatch fight was just completely one-sided.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just-
Yeah,
Destroyed,
that's
yeah.
like that's surprising. I didn't know that.
And then I
That's crazy.
kicked the next fight I fought 30 days later on 9-day notice versus Morano, and both my feet were still fractured. And I was like, well, I guess I'm kicking harder. And I limped out of that place.
Does everything just go numb when you break?
It hurts every step.
After a while.
But dude, I just shut pain off. Pain is like an option.
I mean, is that? I mean,
Yeah, me too.
You watch all those. You watch. You watch all those old.
escaping the body.
You watch all those old boxing movies, and every time you watch like boxing or that you hear them talk about like, oh, I think he broke his hand. They're like, oh, the hand's gonna go numb. The hand.
He's gonna get walker.
Nah.
I'm gonna be a fucking sling. Man.
I am consciously not going to use my shoulder with any resistance because I would rather break my hand than my shoulder.
Hit his left hand.
No, we're not doing left.
The hair might fall off.
Yeah. We got a history with
Your
the
left hand's your strong.
Were you here for this? Did you hear? So
We tried
at the end of the
to
show,
pile on top
the end of the
him
show,
in
Niko's
pool.
gonna
We couldn't
punch
handle
my
a bunch of men on top of him in the pool.
yeah. What I haven't told anybody
What a
yet,
rookie,
what I haven't
right?
told anybody yet is I'm gonna be holding a pillow in the process. But
What other
So-
comments we have?
that's it so far for questions. But I have a question piggybacking off of that. Was there ever like a hit, like one hit where you're like, God damn?
Like that sucked.
Yeah.
I have to go through 13 fights. Well, there was one hit that I just don't remember. When I woke up.
I guess that qualifies. I guess that qualifies.
Fair enough.
Wait
I woke up and I looked at the ref and I was like, no! Under a minute?
Why are you raising his hand?
No. I was like, why are you standing in front of me? I thought I was fighting someone.
You were winning that fight. You caught him.
Ooh, tell us about.
In 43
Bring us
seconds,
all
I was
into
winning
it.
that
Bring us
fight.
all
You
into
were-
it.
You landed a bunch of good.
When I
punches.
fought Razak. Yeah.
Oh
over
yeah.
In what did I fight him at? Texas.
That was Texas, yeah.
Yep, Texas. That was a great hotel. They had an elephant statue.
You've had a few fights in Texas,
And I
haven't you?
jumped on top of that thing. Got a picture up there. That was fun.
What else do you do with an elephant statue?
Right?
There's
Hey, y'all know about security?
It's only
When I
natural.
rode that elephant.
You slide down the trunk like a cartoon. It's like,
Dude, whenever there's a
if
big
you're not gonna do
animal
it, what's the
statue,
point?
I jump on it. And we get
Don't go to Gator Mike's, man. 'Cause you'll fucking
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
destroy that
Are you kidding me?
entire golf
I've been
course.
on every one of those.
That's why everything's been
I
replaced.
think
on
it's like-
it.
Man, RJ, that was my.
I got the fetish like, oh, look at that animal. Oh, I'm jumping on his back.
That fucking gorilla. He
Oh,
got his
yeah.
number.
I'm
That's
bringing-
my buddy.
I'm bringing you to the zoo next time we go. This sounds hilarious.
You ever tried to get on a line?
All right, we are winding down. There's a Mike Trulio reference. I mean,
Oh, Mike Trujillo. That was my first title fight in amateur. Yeah, that was a good one too.
That was
That's what this scar's from. Right here. He busted me with a 3-piece in the beginning of the fight, and I just dropped. And I'm like, oh, what's up? There you are. And
got your
then-
power up. You took your mushroom, and you're like, all right,
Yes.
motherfucker.
that was the fight where going into the third round,
We fought in a nightclub.
you jumped up and started laughing and jumping up and down, and he's
Doing
like, fuck,
push-ups.
and he's like, fuck this,
And
I'm
he didn't
done.
get off the bar.
He quit?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
quit. Yeah.
That was a champion versus
And he's been in.
fight.
This is the kid that's been on like Hospital and
Yeah.
what was the
Bare
other?
knuckle boxing.
Bare Knuckle, the one you see that what's
The
that?
backyards with Dada 5000.
Dada
He's
5000.
doing all that.
Who was the other?
He hit hard. I ain't
Who was,
gonna
the,
lie.
who was the other big name that started the backyard stuff?
Kimbo?
Kimbo. It was like the stuff that he
He was
did.
like
He was
Kimbo
on.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I
Yeah.
used to backyard wrestle.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
did.
You didn't do
And
nothing.
Yeah,
yeah,
no
and
problems right
jumpers.
after the
And
kids.
jumping
Yes.
like
Yeah,
bounce
he
houses
has,
with Fitz.
cardiac.
No, I believe
Yeah.
it. I know
But he
Fitz
has
owned a little
BYD
bounce house.
experience. Bring your bare knuckles.
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like- And I got a few buddies who fight in that one too.
Yeah.
How much money would it
Matt
take?
Illinois.
How much money would it take for you to do a bare knuckle fight?
I'll fight bare knuckle.
I know.
Yeah,
But
$1.50.
No, it
Buy me lunch.
has to be a good
that's what I'm
contract.
saying. It has to draw you
Of
out.
course,
Right?
I
How
mean,
much-
quality even.
No, dude, look at
Feed
my
all
hands.
17 of my
My
children for
hands
that
are
extra
built for
week.
bare knuckle.
So if they came to you and
I
said,
don't
Those
wrap-
are some myths.
I don't wrap my hands when I do anything.
You don't wrap your hands?
No, like they.
What the fuck?
So
Don't
Vegas
punch
is-
me.
It's optional.
Oh, now you're looking at his hand. Fuck this.
Like
What
in
did I
Vegas,
sign up
it's
I
optional.
think they're
You're
normal
supposed to
size.
mangle.
The guy has bigger knuckles than
Pause.
you.
for? You have.
No, I don't.
No.
I definitely do
In
not.
Vegas,
I'm not even gonna make
optional
it.
now.
I'm
You
putting
don't
my
have to
hands
wrap
on the
on.
You don't have to
table.
wrap
at this
your hands
point.
You can literally just fight with the glove on.
And that's what you do.
Why? Because why the fuck?
Have
But you
them-
don't need
have
to,
them
or
wrap
because
here and just around the
yeah,
hand.
yeah, so you don't break the wrist.
Yeah, just keep my wrist tight.
Yeah, I like it.
Dude,
You ready to punch my hand or what?
I'll punch your hand, I guess.
Dude,
All right.
this is gonna be
Ah.
fantastic.
Lightly. I'll do it lightly.
75%.
Start lightly. Start lightly. We're doing this now. All right.
We'll start.
You get out. You
We'll start.
get out of the way.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. a bit.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
We're sitting down.
Oh yeah, we are. I
It's
thought I was
all good.
Can you guys call it?
This is,
This
I
is
was
snap.
gonna say this is important. If I can't
Oh.
stand up with this
Now.
erection right
I'll
now,
move
guys.
this. You gotta
Yeah.
stand camera here.
Oh, of course.
This is phosphorus.
Oh.
No,
No,
I
hold
would
on, hold on.
not
Let me
let
get this down.
anyone-
Let me get this down right
I get to punch you first.
Wait,
I'm kidding. I don't want to.
I was like,
I do not
Give
want
it.
to. I
Do
don't
it.
want to punch
there. Do it.
You know what? I almost feel you have to hit his hand first. I feel like you have to.
No,
Let him.
just hold your hand like this and I'll hook
Yeah.
it. Give it a nice little 6.
Alright.
But hold it like so.
Okay,
So,
you do
Yeah, I don't want
So,
you to
yeah.
leave it here and then it actually
got you.
snap.
Niko.
Oh my God! You're worried about it snapping? Jesus Christ!
Let me
Alright.
create the scenario. You just slapped all of your children and called your wife a bad name. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I'm just a buddy of yours that wants
I-
Slapping the
That's gonna
children. They might need it.
Listen, I can get it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
You want to
do
slap
that.
my kids
I'm
around?
gonna give you just a little.
he's starting to sweat. He's like wiping his hand. Oh God.
A good.
All right, come on.
Oh, I don't want to hit with this.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I told you.
All right, one more.
Go around
75%.
Oh, what was that percentage wise? Just so I know.
60?
Jesus Christ.
Give us 75. We need 75.
Yeah, we're gonna do another one. We're gonna do another one.
You want another?
Niko,
Yeah.
Niko, just give me a hundo. Give me a hundo, bro. Hundo.
We're gonna do another one. Hang on.
Yo, Benjamin,
Can
give
you
me
hit
a
a little higher?
Benjamin.
Can you do it 81.2 perhaps?
All right, all right.
79.6.
I love it.
Oh yeah!
That sounds
What was
good.
that? What was that?
Oh, that was less than all the other ones.
All right.
That one was
Come
just, it sounded good because I got all knuckles on it.
I feel okay. This is. Can you see how red my hand is? All right. Come on. Give me 75%.
Bring it a little closer.
If it hurts, it
so I don't
hurts.
punch that.
No, please punch this.
I don't want to punch that.
What was that?
That was
30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
I'm
the
going
75.
backwards
Too hard.
here.
That
But the
wasn't
more you do it, the
75.
worse it gets. Just do what's hard, and I'll get over it.
He's
All right.
tenderizing. He's
He's
tenderizing.
tenderizing.
Yeah.
Everything's
He's gonna be a flipping-
I'm not a hybrid. I fucking wear out. Jesus Christ, let me take a drink.
You're gonna wake up like, what? My
Take it
hand.
back.
What happened to my hair?
How hard
Or
was
it's
that?
gonna be like,
My-
what are
Sorry,
they?
All right, come
You
on.
got any ice left here?
No, my ass is gone.
75%. Just do it.
By 70, 85. But
I'm nervous.
your discretion.
I'm nervous.
No,
Oh,
you
No, I
You
missed.
missed. You missed.
That's what I'm afraid
That's
of.
okay. Who
There's
cares?
nothing back
It's
there.
fine.
There's no hole in that. We're
I
good.
can-
I don't want to hit my hand on that.
Dude,
There's
I've
no
heard
doubt
that.
that shit would have
I've
hurt.
heard that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No doubt that shit would have hurt if it was my
If I got it, yeah.
No, we got it. We're
I
gonna do
missed
it.
it,
We're gonna do it.
All right, ready?
Is it in the right spot?
Oh yeah, it's a good spot. Good spot.
That did not.
That was
seem
all
pleasant.
thumbing.
You hit like a bitch.
That did not seem
It
pleasant.
was good. It was good. It hurt. Obviously, it hurt. My hand is so fucking red.
Yeah, your hand don't look like it.
And that's why I
Yeah,
you.
Next time you're on the show, we're gonna do 100. We're gonna do 100%.
Okay.
I'm gonna ice it ahead of time. I'm gonna take a bunch of Advil, like a ton of cocaine.
Get ready. Slow bump.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Niko, for joining the show. We had a blast,
Thank
dude.
you.
We gotta make this a regular thing.
When's the fight?
October 2nd.
October 2nd, fight night 157.
Holy,
I don't even know.
I remember when I started
I
doing
know it's a fight night.
Niko,
92.
how much am I putting on you? Am I mortgaging my house?
192.
Like, what are we doing?
192. October 2nd, UFC fight night
Look, with my
192.
fight style, I wouldn't do that. You never know what's gonna happen.
Dude's talking like, I'm gonna fucking turn this guy's brain off. I'm gonna eat his face. Don't bet your house on me.
I mean, you can. I don't care.
A fight's a fight, man. You never
Yeah.
know. Like I get it.
All I heard was bet my house on me.
I'll tell you what I heard.
I got you, man.
I heard you're not trying to
People
fix the
want
fight, but I
money
get it.
from me. People tell me I owe them money because they bet money on me and lost it. I'm like, yeah, because I told you.
Sounds like sounds like a real you problem.
Good luck. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Thank you, everybody. We love you guys. Like and subscribe, please. Nico, we'll see you soon, bud.
Awesome.
Definitely,
Don't
definitely.
blink.